30 old house styles, no longer built today. Ever wondered what makes a house truly iconic? From grand antebellum mansions to sleek mid-century modern retreats, each style has a story to tell. Some have stood the test of time, while others have faded into history. Let's dive in and uncover the charm, innovation, and secrets behind these unforgettable homes. Queen Anne house style. The Queen Anne house style is one of the most distinctive and elaborate architectural designs from the Victorian era. Known for its ornate detailing and asymmetrical structure, this style exudes charm and character. While there are 4 distinct variations of Queen Anne architecture, they all share key features that make them instantly recognizable. These homes often boast decorative arches, intricate woodwork, and eye-catching turrets that give them a fairy tale-like appearance. Wraparound porches with delicate balustrades add to their elegance, while steeply pitched roofs and varied roof lines create a visually dynamic silhouette. One of the most striking elements of Queen Anne homes is their bold use of color. Multiple hues are often applied to highlight intricate trim and architectural details. Though less common today, these homes remain beloved for their whimsical, historic charm. Victorian house style. Victorian-style homes are some of the most visually striking and ornate houses in architectural history. Emerging during the reign of Queen Victoria, 1837 to 1901, this style embraces intricate detailing, vibrant colors, and a sense of grandeur. One of its most defining features is the steeply pitched roof, often complemented by a dominant front-facing gable that adds to the dramatic appearance. Patterned shingles, decorative trim, and cutaway bay windows further enhance the home's unique character. Unlike the symmetrical colonial style, Victorian homes favor an asymmetrical facade, often featuring a spacious wraparound porch that invites both relaxation and social gatherings. Inside, these homes were known for their rich, elaborate interiors, with bold wallpapers, intricate woodwork, and layered textures. Modern interpretations of Victorian design retain the elegance of the past, while incorporating contemporary colors and materials for a fresh yet timeless appeal. Neoclassical house style. The Neoclassical house style is all about grandeur and elegance, drawing inspiration from the timeless architecture of ancient Greece and Rome. These homes make a bold statement with their towering columns, which often frame the entryway or stretch across the entire facade, creating a majestic and formal appearance. Symmetry is a defining feature, with evenly spaced windows and a carefully balanced design that exudes sophistication. Geometric shapes and strong, clean lines contribute to the structured look, while intricate detailing around pediments, doorways, and windows adds a sense of artistry and refinement. Neoclassical homes were especially popular in the 18th and 19th centuries, symbolizing wealth, power, and a deep appreciation for classical beauty. Cape Cod house style. The Cape Cod house style is a classic example of simple, functional design that has stood the test of time. Originating in the late 17th century, this style was inspired by the sturdy cottages of England but adapted to withstand the harsh New England winters. The defining features include a steeply pitched roof to shed heavy snow, wooden siding for durability, and symmetrical multi-pane windows that add charm and character. Traditionally, Cape Cod homes were single-story structures, though many included a half-story with dormer windows to bring in extra light and ventilation. While these homes were modest in size, their cozy layout and efficient design made them incredibly popular, especially during the 1930s housing boom. Country French house style. Country French homes bring a touch of European elegance to American architecture, with roots tracing back to the 18th century. Inspired by the rustic manners of rural France, these homes are typically one-story, exuding warmth and charm. One of their most distinctive features is the use of narrow, elongated windows adorned with decorative shutters, which enhance their old-world appeal. The steeply pitched roofs, whether hipped or side-gabled, give the home a stately presence, while also providing practical protection against the elements. Stucco exteriors, sometimes accented with half-timbered frames, add to their timeless aesthetic. Beyond the home itself, the landscaping and driveways are often designed to impress, with winding paths, manicured gardens, and charming courtyards that create a welcoming atmosphere. Colonial house style. Colonial-style homes are a timeless representation of early American architecture, blending symmetry, practicality, and classic design elements. Originating in the 17th century, this style has evolved but maintains its distinctive characteristics. These houses are typically 2 or 3 stories tall, with a rectangular shape and a balanced, symmetrical facade. The front entrance is often centrally located, flanked by evenly spaced windows that enhance the home's stately appearance. Traditional colonial homes feature brick or wood siding, giving them a warm, inviting look. Inside, the layout follows a logical flow. Common areas like the kitchen and family room occupy the first floor, while bedrooms are tucked away on the upper levels for privacy. Many colonial homes also showcase dormer windows, shutters, and classic fireplaces, adding to their historic charm. Today they remain a popular choice for their timeless elegance and functional design. Tudor house style. Tudor-style homes are a striking blend of old-world charm and modern craftsmanship, drawing inspiration from England's late medieval architecture. Characterized by their steeply pitched roofs and prominent cross gables, these homes have a distinct, storybook-like appearance. One of their most recognizable features is the decorative half-timbering, where dark wooden beams contrast beautifully against lighter stucco or stone walls in shades of cream, white, or light brown. This gives Tudor homes a bold, picturesque aesthetic. Tall, narrow windows with small, divided panes further enhance the historic appeal, often accompanied by ornate brickwork or stone accents. While the name suggests a direct link to the Tudor dynasty of the 16th century, the style we see today is a 20th century revival, reinterpreting elements of medieval English cottages and manors. Craftsman house style. The Craftsman house style, also known as the Arts and Crafts bungalow, emerged between 1900 and 1930 as a response to the ornate excesses of the Victorian era. Prioritizing simplicity, craftsmanship, and natural materials, this style remains highly popular today. Inside, one of the most defining features is the extensive use of woodwork. Expect to find built-in shelving, cozy window seats, and rich wood trim that adds warmth and character. The exterior is just as distinctive, with low-pitched roofs, wide eave overhangs, and exposed rafters that highlight the home's sturdy construction. Decorative beams or braces under the gables further emphasize the handcrafted aesthetic. Many Craftsman bungalows also feature inviting front porches supported by tapered square columns, offering a perfect place to relax. Often, these homes include unfinished attic spaces, presenting excellent opportunities for expansion and renovation. Which house styles will be trending in 2025? Vintage-style homes, smart, energy-efficient homes, high-end home office spaces, minimalist homes with neutral tones. Please leave your answer in the comments below. Cottage house style. Cottage-style homes exude a cozy, storybook charm reminiscent of the quaint thatched roof cottages found in the English countryside during the medieval period. This style gained widespread popularity in the United States during the 1920s and 1930s, offering an inviting and picturesque alternative to more formal architectural styles. These homes are known for their steeply pitched roofs, often with cross gables that add to their whimsical character. Arched doorways create a welcoming entrance, while casement windows with small panes enhance the old-world feel. The exterior materials, whether brick, stone, or stucco, give the home a rustic handcrafted appearance. Inside, cottage-style homes often feature cozy, intimate spaces with warm wood accents and charming built-ins. With their fairy tale aesthetic and inviting atmosphere, these homes continue to be a beloved choice for those seeking comfort and character in their living spaces. Mediterranean house style. Mediterranean-style homes embody a warm, inviting elegance inspired by the coastal villas of Spain, Italy, and Greece. These homes are instantly recognizable by their low-pitched red tile roofs, which not only enhance their aesthetic appeal, but also help regulate temperature in hot climates. The exteriors are typically finished in stucco or adobe, creating a smooth, sun-drenched appearance. Architectural details such as graceful arches, decorative ironwork, and carved wooden doors further enhance the home's timeless charm. A hallmark of Mediterranean design is the U-shaped floor plan, which centers around a lush courtyard, often featuring a fountain, lush greenery, or tiled walkways. This layout seamlessly blends indoor and outdoor living, with large windows and French doors allowing natural light and cool breezes to circulate. Traditional ranch-style houses. Traditional ranch-style homes are known for their simplicity, functionality, and open-concept design. Originating in 1932, this architectural style became especially popular during the post-war suburban housing boom of the 1950s and 1960s, offering an affordable and practical option for growing families. Ranch homes are typically single-story, with a long, low profile, making them easy to navigate and maintain. Large picture windows along the front bring in ample natural light, while sliding glass doors at the back often lead to a patio or backyard, emphasizing indoor-outdoor living. Many ranch homes also feature attached garages, a design choice that became increasingly common as car ownership surged. With their straightforward layouts and spacious feel, these homes continue to be a favorite for homeowners seeking comfort, accessibility, and a timeless, easygoing aesthetic. Contemporary house style. Contemporary-style homes embrace innovation, clean lines, and a focus on functionality. These homes often feature expansive glass windows, allowing for plenty of natural light and a strong connection to the outdoors. Open floor plans create a sense of spaciousness, making the living areas feel airy and adaptable. Unlike traditional styles that rely on decorative details, contemporary homes prioritize simplicity with sleek, geometric designs and a mix of contrasting materials like wood, metal, and concrete. Exposed roof beams add architectural interest, while flat or low-pitched roofs contribute to the modern aesthetic. Many contemporary homes also incorporate sustainable features such as energy-efficient windows, green roofs, and solar panels. With their minimalist yet striking appearance, contemporary houses cater to those who appreciate forward-thinking design, functional elegance, and a seamless integration of indoor and outdoor spaces. Italianate house style. Italianate-style homes, inspired by the grand villas of Italy, became a popular architectural choice in the United States during the mid-19th century. These elegant homes are easily recognized by their distinctive overhanging eaves, which are often supported by decorative brackets, adding a sense of grandeur to the roofline. The facades are adorned with intricate detailing around windows, doors, and porches, showcasing a refined craftsmanship that sets this style apart. Typically built as 2- or 3-story structures, Italianate homes feature a gently sloping roof and tall, narrow windows, often crowned with ornate arches or elaborate moldings. Many of these homes include a square tower or cupola, serving as both a design focal point and a functional space for ventilation and observation. Colonial Revival house style. Colonial Revival homes capture the timeless elegance of early American architecture while incorporating modern touches. Gaining popularity in the early 20th century and peaking in the 1940s, this style was inspired by the simpler American colonial homes of the 18th and 19th centuries, but with more grandeur and decorative detailing. Typically built with brick or wood siding, these homes often feature symmetrical facades, large multi-pane windows, and prominent entryways framed by classic columns. Ornate moldings, pediments, and decorative trim add to the sophistication, while interiors usually boast spacious layouts with formal dining rooms, grand staircases, and detailed woodwork. Colonial Revival homes are known for their balance, proportion, and stately curb appeal, making them a favored choice for those who appreciate traditional yet refined architecture. Georgian house style. Georgian-style homes exude a sense of timeless elegance, defined by their strict symmetry and classical proportions. Originating in the 18th century during the reigns of Britain's King George, this architectural style became widely popular in the American colonies. These homes are typically built in a rectangular or square shape, with a balanced arrangement of windows, a centered front door, and a hipped or gabled roof. Dormer windows are often added to the second floor, enhancing both light and ventilation. Constructed primarily of brick or stone, Georgian homes feature multi-pane windows, often framed with decorative lintels or shutters. Interiors are just as refined, with grand central hallways, high ceilings, and intricate woodwork. The Georgian style remains a symbol of classic sophistication, admired for its stately appearance and enduring architectural appeal. Greek Revival house style. Greek Revival homes are striking in their grandeur, inspired by the temples of ancient Greece. Popular from the early to mid-19th century, this style became especially prominent in the American South and Northeast. One of its most defining features is the use of tall, stately columns, often supporting a triangular pediment, reminiscent of classical Greek architecture. These homes typically have symmetrical facades, low-pitched roofs, and expansive porches that extend the full width of the structure. Bright white exteriors, often finished in stucco or wood siding, enhance their commanding presence. Entrances are framed by elaborate doorways, often with small-paned sidelights and transoms. Inside, high ceilings, decorative moldings, and grand staircases add to their elegance. Greek Revival homes remain a symbol of refinement and classical beauty, often associated with historic Southern estates. Which of these house styles would you love to live in, and why? Mid-century modern house style. Mid-century modern homes embrace simplicity, functionality, and a strong connection to nature. Emerging between the 1940s and 1960s, this architectural style is known for its clean, horizontal lines, wide layouts, and seamless indoor-outdoor integration. Expansive floor-to-ceiling windows flood interiors with natural light, while sliding glass doors create an effortless transition to patios, courtyards, or backyard spaces. Flat or gently sloped roofs give these homes a sleek, low-profile look, often complemented by a mix of materials such as glass, brick, stone, and stucco. Open-concept interiors maximize space, with exposed beams and built-in furnishings, enhancing the minimalist aesthetic. Original mid-century homes often featured warm, earthy tones like mustard yellow, burnt orange, and deep browns, reflecting the era's naturalistic design influences. Gothic Revival house style. Gothic Revival homes are a striking nod to medieval European architecture, exuding a sense of grandeur and drama. Originating in the mid-19th century, this style is characterized by steeply pitched roofs, pointed arches, and intricate woodwork, often seen in decorative barge boards along the gables. Towering spires and ornate finials add to the cathedral-like appearance, while stained glass windows cast colorful light into interior spaces. Many Gothic revival homes feature large wraparound porches with delicate tracery, enhancing their romantic and picturesque appeal. The asymmetrical layouts and vertical emphasis create a sense of height, making these homes stand out among other historical styles. Often built with brick or wood, they are painted in rich, dark hues to emphasize their dramatic details. Modern architecture house style. Modern architecture embraces minimalism, functionality, and open space. Characterized by clean lines, geometric forms, and expansive glass surfaces, modern homes prioritize natural light and seamless indoor-outdoor integration. Materials like concrete, steel, and wood are commonly used, creating a sleek yet organic aesthetic. Large floor-to-ceiling windows enhance the connection to nature, while open-concept interiors foster spaciousness and fluidity. Flat or low-pitched roofs contribute to the streamlined look, often extending beyond walls to form overhangs that provide shade and energy efficiency. Modern architecture challenges traditional designs, favoring simplicity and innovation over ornamentation. Mediterranean Revival House Style. Mediterranean Revival homes blend elegance with simplicity, featuring symmetrical facades, white stucco walls, and red clay tile roofs. Inspired by Italian and Spanish architecture, these homes often include arched doorways, wrought iron accents, and decorative balconies. Bell towers, awnings, and covered porches enhance the exterior charm, while interior spaces emphasize airy, open layouts. Large windows and courtyards encourage natural ventilation, making them well-suited for warm climates. The design balances grandeur with practicality, offering a timeless aesthetic that remains popular in coastal and tropical regions. Prairie House Style. The Prairie House style, made famous by architect Frank Lloyd Wright in the early 20th century, embodies simplicity, functionality, and harmony with nature. These homes are designed to blend seamlessly with their surroundings, emphasizing horizontal lines that mimic the vast Midwestern landscape. Prairie-style homes typically have low-pitched roofs with broad, overhanging eaves, creating a strong horizontal emphasis. They are often 2 stories high, with open, flowing interior spaces that enhance natural light and ventilation. Large bands of windows, sometimes arranged in rows to create the illusion of a continuous glass surface, provide stunning outdoor views while maintaining privacy. The use of natural materials like wood, stone, and brick reinforces the organic aesthetic. Prairie-style homes also incorporate built-in furniture and custom-designed details, creating a timeless architectural style that prioritizes both beauty and practicality. Rowhouse Style. These homes are built in a continuous row, sharing sidewalls with their neighbors, creating an efficient use of land while maintaining a cohesive architectural appearance. Typically constructed of brick, row houses often feature uniform facades, though homeowners may add individuality through color variations, decorative trim, or unique door and window treatments. Since the sidewalls are connected to adjacent homes, windows are primarily placed at the front and rear to allow natural light and ventilation. Many row houses include stoops, small front yards, or rooftop terraces, enhancing outdoor living space. This style is popular in historic neighborhoods and has been adapted into modern designs that retain its classic charm while incorporating contemporary amenities for urban living. Antebellum House Style. Antebellum-style homes are grand, elegant structures commonly found in the southern United States, particularly on historic plantations and large estates. These homes, built before the Civil War, are easily recognized by their imposing size, symmetrical design, and Greek Revival or Neoclassical architectural influences. Massive columns, often reaching 2 stories high, support expansive wraparound porches and stately porticos, offering both aesthetic beauty and practical shade from the southern heat. Many antebellum homes also feature second-story balconies, oversized windows, and intricate ironwork, adding to their grandeur. The interiors are just as impressive, with high ceilings, sweeping staircases, and spacious rooms designed for entertaining. Built primarily from brick or wood, these homes were designed to reflect wealth and sophistication. Today, many surviving antebellum houses serve as museums, historic landmarks, or event spaces, preserving their legacy for future generations. Federal House Style. Federal-style homes, popular from the late 18th to mid-19th century, are a refined evolution of the earlier Georgian style, characterized by their elegant simplicity and balanced proportions. These homes are most commonly found along the East Coast, particularly in cities like Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Typically constructed with brick exteriors, federal homes have a flat, rectangular facade with symmetrical windows and a centered entrance. Unlike the more ornate Georgian style, federal homes feature understated decorative elements such as fanlights above the door, delicate cornices, and narrow columns. Interiors often include grand staircases, high ceilings, and intricate moldings, reflecting the influence of classical Roman and Greek architecture. These homes remain highly desirable for their timeless charm, historical significance, and refined aesthetic, often serving as preserved landmarks or private residences today. What's the most interesting or unusual house you've ever seen? Modern farmhouse style. Inspired by traditional American farmhouses, this style is known for its simplicity, practicality, and clean lines. A hallmark of modern farmhouses is board and batten siding, often painted white and paired with contrasting black trim for a timeless look. Metal roofs, large front porches with exposed wooden beams, and multiple roof peaks add to the home's character. Modern farmhouses also emphasize open-concept living spaces, abundant natural light, and a mix of natural materials like reclaimed wood, stone, and shiplap. Interiors typically feature neutral color palettes, high ceilings, and functional design elements, such as sliding barn doors. This style has become increasingly popular for its balance of classic farmhouse warmth and sleek, modern updates that suit contemporary living. Brutalist house style. Brutalist house style is a bold and uncompromising architectural approach that emphasizes raw materials, geometric forms, and minimalist aesthetics. Originating in the mid-20th century, this style is defined by its extensive use of exposed concrete, often left unfinished to showcase its natural texture. Unlike traditional home styles that prioritize warmth and ornamentation, Brutalist homes focus on functionality and striking monolithic structures. Large, floor-to-ceiling windows balance the heavy sculptural feel of the concrete, allowing for abundant natural light. The design typically incorporates flat roofs, sharp angles, and a lack of decorative elements, reinforcing its modern industrial character. Interiors often follow the same minimalist principles, featuring open layouts, raw wood, steel, and a neutral color palette. Though not conventionally cozy, Brutalist homes are celebrated for their bold aesthetic, structural integrity, and avant-garde appeal. Spanish Colonial house style. Spanish colonial homes embody the charm and simplicity of traditional Spanish architecture, featuring signature red terracotta roofs and whitewashed stucco walls. These homes are designed to stay cool in warm climates, with thick walls that provide insulation and minimal, often small, windows to reduce heat intake. The architecture is typically asymmetrical, with a focus on function over grandeur, yet it retains elegant details such as arched doorways, exposed wooden beams, and wrought iron railings. Many Spanish colonial homes also incorporate inner courtyards, allowing for natural ventilation and a seamless connection to outdoor spaces. While less ornate than Mediterranean-style homes, they share similar elements, including rustic wooden doors and decorative tile work. This timeless style continues to be popular in the American Southwest, California, and Florida, where its traditional design remains both practical and beautiful. Barndominium house style. Originally designed as barn-style structures with living quarters, they have evolved into fully customized homes, offering both functionality and style. These homes are typically constructed with a durable steel frame, metal roofing, and open floor plans that allow for flexible interior layouts. Large windows provide plenty of natural light, while exposed wooden beams add to the farmhouse-inspired aesthetic. Many barndominiums feature spacious porches with overhangs, perfect for outdoor living. With their high ceilings and wide open spaces, they offer endless possibilities for personalization, from industrial chic lofts to cozy country retreats. Popular in rural areas, barndominiums are an attractive option for homeowners seeking a durable, energy-efficient, and low-maintenance living space with a unique, modern rustic charm. Cabin house style. The cabin house style is a timeless American classic, evoking warmth, simplicity, and a deep connection to nature. Traditionally built from rustic materials such as timber, stone, and metal, cabins often feature exposed wooden beams, high ceilings, and large fireplaces or stone chimneys. Their roofs are typically gable or cross-gable, designed to withstand heavy snow in colder climates. Many cabins incorporate expansive porches or decks, offering a seamless transition between indoor and outdoor living. While some cabins remain small and cozy, designed as quiet retreats, others have evolved into spacious luxury lodges with open-concept layouts and modern amenities. Whether nestled in the woods, perched on a mountainside, or situated by a lake, cabin homes provide a serene, rustic escape that embraces simplicity and the beauty of the natural surroundings. Shingle-Style House. Shingle-style houses are a unique blend of elegance and informality, reminiscent of the Queen Anne Victorian style but with a more understated aesthetic. Originating in the late 19th century, these homes are characterized by their asymmetrical layouts, wide and sprawling structures, and extensive wraparound porches. Their defining feature is the use of wooden shingles as exterior cladding, giving them a natural, weathered appearance that blends seamlessly into coastal or wooded settings. The roofs are often steeply pitched with multiple gables, and chimneys frequently rise above the structure, adding to the picturesque charm. Windows come in various shapes and sizes, enhancing the eclectic yet harmonious look. Saltbox house style. The Saltbox house style is a distinctive and historic form of American colonial architecture, easily recognized by its asymmetrical, sloping roofline. Named after the wooden salt containers commonly used in the 17th and 18th centuries, these homes feature a long, pitched roof that extends further on one side, creating a two-story facade in the front and a single story in the rear. The design originated in New England, where it became popular due to its simple construction, affordability, and practical ability to withstand harsh weather. Typically, saltbox houses have a central brick chimney, unadorned wooden siding, and small multi-pane windows. The interiors emphasize function over ornamentation, with exposed wooden beams and a central hearth as a focal point. A-frame house style. The A-frame house style is one of the most distinctive architectural designs, easily recognized by its steeply pitched roof that forms an A shape. This dramatic roofline extends from the peak of the house all the way to the ground, functioning as both the roof and side walls. A-frame homes typically feature large glass windows on the front and back, allowing ample natural light and scenic views. The structure is often built with wooden siding, enhancing its rustic and cozy appeal. Popular in mountain retreats and lakeside cabins, A-frame houses are well suited for snowy climates, as their steep roofs prevent heavy snow buildup. 20 forgotten home features that are no longer in use. Ever spotted a strange little door or an old switch and wondered what it was for? Homes once had clever features that made life easier before modern technology took over. Let's uncover these forgotten innovations and see how they shaped daily life. Picture rails. If you've ever noticed a thin strip of molding running along the upper part of a wall in an older home, you've seen a picture rail. These decorative yet functional features became popular in the mid-1800s, offering homeowners a way to hang artwork without damaging delicate plaster walls. Before drywall became the standard, plaster walls were common, but they were also fragile. Driving a nail directly into the wall could cause cracks or even large chunks of plaster to break off. Picture rails provided a simple yet effective solution. Homeowners could place movable hooks anywhere along the rail, then suspend framed pictures or mirrors using wires or cords. This allowed for easy rearrangement without the need for repairs. By the 1940s, advances in construction materials, including more durable walls, made picture rails less necessary. People became more comfortable hammering nails directly into the wall, and the trend gradually faded. Today, picture rails are often seen in historic homes, and some modern homeowners are bringing them back for their vintage charm and flexibility in displaying art without making permanent marks. Home intercom systems. If you've ever been inside a home built in the 1970s or earlier, you might have noticed an intercom system mounted on the wall. These wired communication devices allowed homeowners to speak between rooms or different levels of the house without yelling. Some systems even included a front door intercom, letting residents talk to visitors before opening the door. At the time, intercoms were considered a modern convenience, especially in larger homes. Families could easily check in with each other from different areas of the house, and homeowners could screen guests without needing to peek through a window. However, with the rise of cell phones and smart home technology, traditional intercom systems have become largely obsolete. Smart doorbells with built-in cameras now allow homeowners to see and talk to visitors remotely, while messaging apps and home assistants make room-to-room communication effortless. While some older homes still have these systems, they're more often decorative relics than functional tools. Pocket doors. Pocket doors were a brilliant solution for creating a flexible living space. They allowed homeowners to enjoy an open floor plan while still having the option to close off areas when needed. Unlike traditional swinging doors, which take up valuable space, pocket doors slide seamlessly into the wall, making them perfect for smaller rooms or tight spaces. These doors were especially common in older homes, but have become less popular in modern construction. However, they offer a practical and stylish way to separate rooms without sacrificing space. With the rising demand for efficient home designs, pocket doors deserve a comeback in new homes. Servant floor buttons. If you ever visit a historic home, you might come across an unusual feature hidden beneath a rug or dining table, a small, inconspicuous button embedded in the floor. These were known as servant floor buttons, a discreet way for homeowners to summon their butler or household staff without having to leave their seat. Common in grand homes of the 19th and early 20th centuries, these buttons were strategically placed in dining rooms so that hosts could signal for service with a simple press of the foot. Connected to a system of bells or buzzers, the button would alert staff in the kitchen or servants' quarters that they were needed, allowing meals to be served or cleared without verbal instructions. While most of these buttons are now non-functional, many still exist, hidden under carpets or heavy furniture, remnants of a time when formal dining required a well-orchestrated team behind the scenes. Today, modern homes have replaced these with wireless call systems and intercoms. but the idea of summoning assistance with the press of a button remains as convenient as ever. Milk doors. If you've ever seen a small, mysterious door built into the side of an older home, you may have wondered what it was for. This was a milk door, a common feature back in the days when fresh milk was delivered straight to your home. Before modern refrigeration, milk had to be delivered daily to ensure it stayed fresh. The milkman would drop off full bottles through this little compartment and retrieve the empty ones left inside. Typically located near the kitchen or pantry, the milk door was designed to keep the process efficient and hygienic. Homeowners didn't need to answer the door or worry about leaving milk outside in the elements. Some of these doors even had small insulation features to help keep the milk cool for a short time. As home refrigeration improved and grocery stores became more accessible, the milk delivery service faded away, making these doors obsolete. Today, many of them remain sealed up or repurposed, but they serve as a charming reminder of a time when fresh milk arrived right at your doorstep. Transom windows. If you've ever walked into an older home and noticed a small panel of glass above a doorway, you've seen what's called a transom window. These architectural features were once a key part of home design, serving both practical and aesthetic purposes. Before electricity became widespread, homes relied heavily on natural light. Interior rooms, especially hallways, could be dark and uninviting. Transom windows helped solve this problem by allowing daylight to pass through, brightening up spaces that would otherwise be dim. In addition to lighting, many transom windows could open, creating better air circulation. This was especially important in the days before air conditioning, as it helped regulate indoor temperatures by allowing warm air to escape and cool air to flow through. While modern lighting and HVAC systems have largely replaced the need for transom windows, they are still valued for their timeless charm. Many homeowners today are bringing them back into new construction, not just for their classic look, but also for their ability to enhance natural light and ventilation. The laundry chute. If you live in an older multi-story home, you might have been lucky enough to have a laundry chute, a simple yet brilliant feature that made laundry day so much easier. Instead of carrying piles of dirty clothes down the stairs, all you had to do was toss them into the chute, and gravity did the rest, delivering them straight to the laundry room below. Laundry chutes were especially common in homes built in the early to mid-20th century, when multi-level houses were more prevalent and household efficiency was a priority. They typically had a small hinged door located in a hallway or bathroom, leading to a smooth enclosed shaft that funneled clothes directly to the basement or laundry area. Surprisingly, despite their convenience, laundry chutes have mostly disappeared from modern home designs. Some say safety concerns, such as small children climbing inside, led to their decline, while others point to changing home layouts, with laundry rooms now often located on the same floor as bedrooms. But not everyone has given up on this clever idea. Many homeowners are now adding laundry chutes back into their homes as a custom feature, proving that sometimes old-school ingenuity still beats modern trends. Maybe it's time for a comeback. Pittsburgh potty. If you've ever been inside a home built before World War II, you might have stumbled across a strange sight: a lone toilet sitting out in the open in the basement, with no walls or privacy whatsoever. These fixtures, often lacking even a sink or shower nearby, are known as Pittsburgh potties, though they weren't exclusive to Pittsburgh. They could be found in many industrial cities across the U.S. The reason for these unusual basement toilets dates back to the days of steelworkers, miners, and other laborers who came home covered in dirt, soot, and grime after a long shift. Instead of tracking that mess into the main living space, they would enter through the basement and use the toilet and, if available, a utility sink or even a makeshift shower to clean up before heading upstairs. This practical design helped keep the home's main bathrooms and living areas cleaner. Today, Most Pittsburgh potties have either been removed or enclosed to provide some privacy, but occasionally you'll still find one standing alone in an older home's basement, unused, yet a quirky reminder of a time when functionality often trumped modern comforts. If you happen to see one, consider it a glimpse into the past when hardworking homeowners prioritized practicality over modesty. Push-button light switches. Push-button light switches might seem like a charming throwback or even a touch of vintage luxury, but they weren't without their issues. First introduced in the late 1800s and commonly used through the early 1900s, these switches functioned with a simple push mechanism. One button turned the light on, and the other turned it off. At the time, they were considered an upgrade from early rotary switches, offering a more modern and sophisticated look. However, they had a frustrating flaw. The buttons were prone to getting stuck. Over time, the internal mechanisms could wear out, leaving the light permanently on or off. This wasn't just an inconvenience. It also posed a potential fire hazard if the wiring overheated due to a faulty connection. Despite these drawbacks, push-button switches are still sought after today by those restoring historic homes or wanting a touch of old-world charm. Modern versions have been redesigned with improved materials and durability, blending vintage aesthetics with today's electrical safety standards. So, while the originals may have faded into history, their nostalgic appeal hasn't completely disappeared. Please comment 1 to let me know you'll be watching this video until the end. Boot scrapers. If you've ever noticed a small cast iron fixture near the front door of an old home and wondered what it was, you've likely spotted a boot scraper. These once common household features were essential in an era before paved roads, when dirt streets and horse-drawn transportation made walking a messy affair. Before stepping inside, people would use the scraper to clean mud, dirt, and even horse droppings off their shoes, preventing the mess from being tracked indoors. Typically installed near the front steps or embedded into the sidewalk, these sturdy iron scrapers were a simple but effective way to keep homes clean in an age when carpets and rugs were difficult to wash. As cities modernized, paved roads replaced muddy streets, and automobiles took over from horses, making boot scrapers far less necessary. While they have mostly disappeared from everyday use, you can still spot them in historic neighborhoods, a small but fascinating reminder of how daily life once required thoughtful, practical solutions to challenges we no longer face. Root cellars. Before the invention of modern refrigeration, keeping food fresh was a challenge, especially during harsh winters or hot summers. That's where root cellars came in. These cool, dark storage spaces allowed people to preserve vegetables, fruits, and other perishables for extended periods. Root cellars were typically built underground or partially buried, using the natural insulation of the earth to maintain a steady, cool temperature year-round. Some homes had cellars separate from the main house, often resembling small dugouts with wooden or stone doors, while others simply used their basements for storage. Proper ventilation and humidity control helped prevent spoilage, making them an essential feature in homes before electricity became widespread. While refrigerators have made root cellars largely obsolete, some people still use them today, especially in rural areas or for homesteading. They're excellent for storing homegrown produce, aging cheese, or even keeping wine at the perfect temperature. Though no longer a necessity, these once crucial storage spaces remain a fascinating glimpse into how people managed food preservation long before the convenience of a fridge. Landline phone jack. If you live in an older home, you've probably noticed these small square outlets scattered throughout the house. You might find them in the kitchen, living room, bedrooms, and even hallways. These are landline phone jacks, once an essential feature in every home but now mostly obsolete thanks to the rise of cell phones. Before mobile technology took over, having a landline was the only reliable way to make calls. Many homes had multiple phone jacks so that phones could be placed in convenient locations, allowing family members to answer calls no matter where they were. Some homes even had multiple lines, especially if someone worked from home or if teenagers wanted their own private number. Today, with nearly everyone carrying a smartphone, landline phone jacks have become relics of the past. While some homeowners still keep a landline for emergencies, most of these jacks now sit unused, often covered by furniture or repurposed for other wiring needs. Ice door. Have you ever come across a strange little door at the back of an old house? Maybe it led into a pantry or a small room, and you noticed that there was another door inside that locked from within. If so, you may have stumbled upon a forgotten relic of the past, an ice door. Before modern refrigerators, people kept their food fresh using ice boxes, essentially insulated cabinets that relied on large blocks of ice to keep things cool. Since homeowners needed a steady supply of ice, delivery men would bring fresh blocks to the house regularly. Instead of hauling them through the front door and making a mess inside, many homes had a special ice door at the back or side of the house. This allowed the delivery man to place the ice directly into the icebox compartment without ever stepping inside the home. If you've ever heard an older family member call a refrigerator an icebox, now you know why. That term is a remnant of the time when keeping food cold depended on regular ice deliveries. While ice doors are rarely seen in modern homes, they serve as a fascinating reminder of how people kept things fresh before the age of electricity. Have you ever lived in or visited a home with one of these forgotten designs? Share your story. Coal chute door. If you've ever walked past an older home and noticed a small iron door near the foundation, you might have wondered what it was for. It's not just a random piece of metal. It's a coal chute door, a once essential feature in homes that relied on coal for heat. Before modern heating systems, homeowners needed a steady supply of coal to keep their furnaces running, especially during the winter. Coal delivery men would go door to door, shoveling coal through these small doors, where it would slide down a chute into the basement. From there, the homeowner would shovel the coal into the furnace as needed, ensuring the house stayed warm. This system was common in cities and colder climates, where coal was the primary heating source for decades. However, as natural gas and electric heating became more efficient and widely available, coal furnaces, and the delivery systems that supported them, became obsolete. Today, many of these iron doors remain as relics of a bygone era. Some homeowners have sealed them off, while others leave them in place as a nod to their home's history. Wall plates. If you've ever spotted those strange metal plates on the outside of an old house, you might have thought they were just decorative. But these iron fixtures actually served an important structural purpose. Known as wall plates, they were typically made from cast or wrought iron and were far more than just ornamental details. These plates were part of a reinforcement system designed to keep a building's walls stable. They were connected to long iron rods that ran through the walls, acting like internal anchors to prevent the structure from bowing outward or even collapsing over time. This was especially critical for brick and stone buildings, which lacked the flexibility of modern materials and were prone to shifting under pressure. Before the development of advanced construction techniques and reinforced materials, builders relied on these iron supports to maintain a home's integrity. But with modern engineering, including steel framing and concrete reinforcement, wall plates have become obsolete. Built-in phone nooks. Before smartphones and wireless communication, landline telephones were a household necessity. But early home phones weren't the compact, cordless devices we think of today. Instead, they were bulky, often with separate earpieces and rotary dials, requiring a designated space in the home. That's why many older houses featured built-in phone nooks, small recessed shelves or alcoves designed specifically to hold the family telephone. These nooks were usually located in a hallway or near the living room, making the phone easily accessible to everyone in the house. They often included a small shelf for storing phone books, notepads, and pens. Because making a call usually meant writing down numbers or taking notes during the conversation. In some homes, the nook even had a little bench underneath, creating a dedicated space for making calls. Today, these phone nooks have lost their original purpose, but they haven't completely disappeared. Many homeowners repurpose them as decorative display areas, using them to hold antique phones, mail, plants, or small knickknacks. Knob and tube wiring. If you've ever taken a peek inside the walls or ceilings of an older home, especially one built between 1880 and 1930, you might have come across a wiring system that looks outdated, if not outright dangerous. This method, known as knob and tube wiring, was one of the earliest electrical systems used in residential construction. The setup was fairly simple. Single insulated copper wires ran through the hollow spaces in walls and ceilings. Where the wires needed to pass through wooden framing, small porcelain tubes acted as insulation to prevent contact with the wood. Porcelain knobs were nailed down to hold the wires in place and keep them from sagging or touching surfaces they shouldn't. At the time, this was considered a safe and effective way to run electricity through a home. Fast forward to today, and knob and tube wiring is widely viewed as a fire hazard. While it was sufficient for the limited electrical demands of the early 20th century, modern homes require much more power. The old wiring lacks grounding, and over time the insulation can become brittle or damaged. Though some older homes still have it in place, most electricians recommend replacing it with a safer, up-to-date system. It's a fascinating piece of history, but definitely not something you want powering your home today. Ceiling beds. Have you ever seen a bed descend from the ceiling? While this clever design is making a small comeback in modern tiny apartments, it was once a serious competitor to the more famous Murphy bed. These ceiling-mounted sleeping solutions, sometimes called swirling beds, were designed to maximize living space without taking up valuable wall or closet areas. Patented in 1913, these innovative beds operated using a counterweight system hidden within the walls. A simple hand crank would lower the bed from the ceiling, allowing it to float down smoothly into position. To ensure stability, foldable legs could be extended, giving it a proper foundation for sleeping. When morning came, the bed could be effortlessly raised back into the ceiling, freeing up the entire room for daytime use. Though they never gained the same widespread popularity as Murphy beds, ceiling beds were an ingenious solution for small living spaces. Today, with the rise of compact apartments and creative interior design, a few companies are revisiting this old idea with modern technology. While the original ceiling beds may be a thing of the past, their spirit lives on in the pursuit of efficient, space-saving furniture. Razor blade disposal slots. If you've ever lived in or explored an older home with a built-in medicine cabinet, you might have noticed a small, mysterious slot inside. This wasn't just a random design choice. It was a built-in razor blade disposal system. Before the days of modern cartridge razors, men used double-edged safety razors that required frequent blade replacements. But there was a problem. How do you safely dispose of the old blades without risking injury? The solution was simple. Just drop them into the disposal slot inside the medicine cabinet. The blades would fall into the empty space between the walls, out of sight and out of mind. At the time, this was a practical way to get rid of used razors without leaving them in the trash, where they could pose a danger. However, since there was no way to retrieve them, many old homes now have a hidden stockpile of razor blades trapped inside the walls or under the house. While this method is no longer used today, it's a fascinating relic of the past, one that homeowners sometimes discover during renovations, uncovering decades' worth of forgotten blades. Dumbwaiters. If you've ever come across a small hidden lift in an old multi-story home, you may have found a dumbwaiter. These miniature elevators weren't meant for people, but were designed to transport food, dishes, and other household items between floors. They were especially useful in larger homes where kitchens were located on a different level from the dining room, allowing meals to be moved efficiently without the hassle of carrying heavy trays up and down stairs. Dumbwaiters were typically operated with a pulley system, using ropes and counterweights to make lifting easier. Wealthy households, and even some commercial buildings like hotels and restaurants, relied on them to keep service running smoothly. While they may seem like a luxury of the past, some homes and businesses still use modern versions today. However, in older houses, dumbwaiters often sit unused, repurposed as storage spaces, or sealed off entirely. And yes, many kids in these homes have undoubtedly been tempted to climb inside for a little makeshift elevator adventure, though that was never their intended purpose. Servant stairs. If you've ever toured a historic home or lived in an older house, you may have noticed a narrow, tucked-away staircase leading from the kitchen or pantry. These were known as servant stairs, a feature designed to keep household staff out of sight while they moved between floors. In grand homes of the 18th and 19th centuries, a strict social hierarchy was maintained, even within the house. While the family and guests used the main, grand staircase, servants had their own discreet passageways, allowing them to carry out their duties without disrupting the household's daily life. These staircases were often steeper and narrower than the main stairs, built purely for function rather than comfort or aesthetics. Today, servant stairs are a rare find outside of historical homes and mansions. However, the concept still exists in some places, particularly on cruise ships, where hidden crew stairwells allow staff to move efficiently without interfering with passengers. While no longer a common feature in modern homes, these hidden staircases serve as a fascinating glimpse into the past, revealing how homes were once structured around the daily routines of both residents and workers. What's the most unusual or interesting home feature you've seen in a historic house? The charm and purpose of room layouts in older homes. If you've ever explored an older home, you might have noticed that many of the rooms are small and oddly shaped, often with plenty of doors separating them. While modern homes tend to embrace open floor plans, older homes were designed with a very different purpose in mind: privacy and energy efficiency. In the past, it was essential to create spaces that could be easily closed off to maintain privacy, especially when guests visited. Each room had its own distinct purpose, and closed doors helped ensure that one area of the house wasn't overheard or intruded upon by others. More importantly, the compartmentalized design helped with heating and cooling. Without the luxury of modern climate control systems, homes relied on fireplaces, stoves, and simple ventilation methods to regulate temperature. By keeping doors shut between rooms, the homeowners could concentrate warmth in the areas they used most, avoiding wasting energy in unused spaces. This design also kept cooler air in certain areas during the warmer months. Today, while open-concept homes are popular for their spaciousness, the thoughtful layouts of older homes remind us of how functional design can make everyday life more comfortable and efficient. From timeless classics to bold innovations, these house styles each have their own unique charm and history. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out more in this series. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Who Remembers for more fascinating looks into the past. Thanks for watching.